Namaskar. Bharat, India, is a rich country in terms of cultural heritage and natural heritage. These heritage sites are protected in some places throughout India. They are the pride of our nation. Cultural heritage involves tangible and intangible cultural heritage, and the temple architecture of India with different styles represent the cultural ethos of our country, our people, our cultural values. Ramappa Temple, where we are standing here, is such a epitome in the field of architecture. Indian temple architecture is one of the great art, science and culturally rich aspect of our country. Ramappa Temple is known for the bracket figures. They are 12 in number. They are in dancing mode, and some of them are represented as huntresses. When we look at these bracket figures, they appear to be very elongated form of the body. But there was a purpose for putting such elongated bracket figures, for covering or balancing the cantilever portion of this architecture. So in that way, these bracket figures serve the two purposes. One, giving the security to the whole, the ceiling or the chajja, what we say, the cantilever portion, and the other one is representing the dance traditions of this region. And thirdly, it embellishes the Ramappa Temple beauty and grandeur. Probably, Ramappa Temple is the only temple which is named or called as Ramappa Temple because of the architect who built the Ramappa lake and also this temple. But actually, this is the Rudreshwara temple built during the Kakatiya regime. Recharla Rudra, the commander-in-chief of Kakatiya dynasty, has built this wonderful and beautiful temple, which is most of the parts are intact. What is interesting in this temple is the people of that time, the architects or sthapatis, they have used more than two materials. Like we have the granite on some of the beams and sandstone as the floor beams, and the pillar that you are seeing, the black pillars, they are the dolerite, and the top of that is Vimana, is built with floating bricks, and the foundation, surprisingly, is in the sandbox technology. only one temple in India where so many types of materials harmoniously used and experimented. And what is interesting is this Navaranga, the beautiful Navaranga, which was used for the performance or the dance rituals. Then we move to the pillar, the four pillars, the ornate pillars of this temple is noteworthy, and the special features of the Indian temple architecture. The ceilings and the beams, ceiling beams, represent various stories containing from Purana, and some of them are particularly, most of the the representations are from the Shiva Purana, the base. Another striking feature of this temple is these four pillars representing the dance traditions of Kakatiya's time. All of us know that Kakatiyas were the feudatories under Kalyana Chalukyas, and they declared themselves as independent, and then probably they have taken interest to show their independence, their imperialism by building this kind of temple. So we find some of the influences of Kalyana Chalukya period, where you can see the Perani, Gaundali and other Deshi traditions, which has been explained in Manasolas of Someshwara, Kalyana Chalukyas, and also Ruttaratnavali, Jaya Senapati, who was the commander-in-chief of the Gajasenani, recognized as Gajasenani, has written Ruttaratnavali, where we find most of the Deshi traditions of Indian dance. So it is one of the important temple for the study of Deshi traditions of Indian dance. And here we see the Kolata sequences where comfortably the dancers are dancing with the sticks and moving around. In another pillar, the dancers and musicians are dancing together. That is one of the striking features of the Deshi traditions. And this architecture is one of the striking and remarkable artwork of the Kakatiya architects and sculptors. We don't find such a huge architrave intact in any of the temples of Kalyana Chalukyas. So here the Jalandhras, perforated windows which are given at the sides, represent the Deshi traditions and what the Ruttaratnavali talks about Deshi traditions. They can be reconstructed from these particular Jalandhras. This temple was not just for rituals or conducting the pujas. This must have been used as a sabha, a court, for conducting all the socio-political activities also. And it also has social relevance, religious relevance, and may be used as a court, a judiciary court, where the disputes must have settled on this spot and as witnessed by the Rudreshwara himself. And this must have been a great place when the court was conducting here. The devotees can worship in other temples also. Probably the campus around has got different temples which are in stages of restoration and conservation by the Hyderabad Circle of Archaeology and Museum Directorate.